Welcome, Hurricanes, to the 21-22 school year. We are extremely happy to have you with us and have our school full and vibrant once again. Today, we're going to do our normal expectations meeting that allows us to give you a little information about some of the rules and regulations that we have to make sure you're aware of so that we can navigate things here effectively. First, I want to make sure everyone is aware that we had changes in our administration. First, we had Ms. Rivera, who replaced Ms. Ramsey in Student Service Center 400. So Ms. Rivera is the new assistant principal in Student Service Center 400. The other change was our assistant principal for curriculum and instruction, Ms. Hinkle. Taking on that position is Ms. Tara Richards, who was our former science department chair and science teacher here at Liberty High. One additional administrative change is Mr. Dan Terry has joined us as Dean of Students. Mr. Whitaker is out for the first half of the school year, and so Mr. Terry is filling in for him in Student Service Center 800. So we welcome those new administrators to our team. Next, I want to make sure that everyone got the letter over the summer and is aware that we had some changes in our guidance counselors and our guidance offices. Please make sure you pay attention to that because some of you were moved from one student service center to another. The one exception is that if you had a long-term, strong relationship with a guidance counselor and for instance, you're a senior this year and you feel like your prior guidance counselor may be a better person to do your recommendations for college or work, please make sure you contact that guidance counselor in advance and let them know that you'll be requesting that. So at Liberty, we want every student to understand that we believe in them. We believe, obviously, in passion and purpose, and we talk about it often. We believe in limitless potential for all our students, and we believe in each other. But most importantly, we believe in you. Our mission here at Liberty is passion and purpose. We define passion as what you love, not necessarily what job you want to do, but what speaks to your heart. Not necessarily a career or job, right? But what's that thing that draws you to want to learn more, to connect more, to engage on higher levels? And purpose is what you want to do with what you love, how you want to use that passion to make your school, your community, your country, your world a better place. How you want to use that passion to do something bigger than you. It's our mission to make sure each of you identify your passion and purpose before you leave our halls here at Liberty High.
Hello, Liberty. My name is Ms. Richards, and I am the Assistant Principal for Curriculum and Instruction. I'm here to tell you a little bit about how to be successful at Liberty over the next 4 years. Hold yourself accountable. Set high expectations. Be driven to accomplish your goals. Do not back down from challenges. Take responsibility for your success and your failures. Own your actions and strive to improve. Do not accept average. Be phenomenal. Remember that character counts. Dare to lead through adversity. Seek friends who have high character. Do the right thing, especially when nobody's watching. Honesty and hard work do matter. Be engaged in your education. Always be an active participant in your classes. Connect the class to your own passion and purpose. Seek out adults for support. Be present, be on time, and be prepared. Eliminate mediocrity. Passing is simply not good enough.
Hello, Hurricane Nation. I'm Mr. Samaklides, one of the assistant principals here at Liberty High School, Student Service Center 112, last names RO through Z. I'm going to talk about restorative practices. Fancy word, fancy phrase, which I like to refer to as Humanity 101. And what is restorative practices? We are a school that believes in relationships and communication. It's a work in progress. We're looking to strengthen that wherever we're around us. That seems to be a challenge today. But we desire to build a stronger Liberty community and to have communities within each and every classroom. And so in order to do that and to minimize relationship problems, we look to improve our communication. and to support those in need and to improve school behavior. So what does that all mean? What does that look like? One of the things is when there is a challenge in a relationship, I like to call it like a speed bump in a relationship, perhaps between a student and a student, perhaps a student and a teacher. We like to address that. We like to have a conversation, which usually occurs in your student service centers, that we like to call as a restorative conference. So we bring both parties together when there has been harm, offense, perhaps some tension or friction involved. And so we work it out. We talk about it. We have those courageous conversations in a peaceful, calm, respectful, mature manner. And this is an important skill moving forward in your life. You'll be able to have courageous conversations sometimes with your teachers in a respectful, humane manner at your young age as a teenager. And later on, as you move through college or perhaps your place of employment, wherever that may be, you will have repetitions and you will have experience in being able to have those difficult conversations in a respectful, calm manner and to work through the challenges and problems. You may also have this happen perhaps when a teacher would pull you outside of a classroom and have a really quick restorative check-in to see what's going on, how are you, if they happen to notice anything. Remember, all these little, as I call micro interactions, are in order to build your resiliency, which means to be able to fight through adversity and to also build your emotional skill set, that when you're upset or frustrated or angry or sad or whatnot, we're still able to communicate in an appropriate fashion. So it's a work in progress. So join us in that. You may also see that in something like circles. Your teachers may have a circle where they may start class like that, end class like that, or perhaps conduct class like that. And so it could be a check-in, it could be a check-out, whether it's academic, or maybe it could be where we're just going to learn about one another as we build community in this class. So these are all some of the ways where we have restorative practices here at Liberty High School. The next topic I'd like to talk about is no place for hate. And we believe, as I mentioned earlier, that your words matter. So think about what you say. Be respectful to your classmates and to yourself, and be an example. While everything seems a little bit chaotic for us, I think we'd all agree in the last 18 months it's impacted and affected us all differently. Let's have Liberty High School be a place where we're able to have conversations and utilize words that build ourselves up, build others up, and we look to minimize the harm and the stress that I think we would all agree that is swirling around us. And also, if you happen to see some negative actions or words against a classmate, perhaps you don't feel comfortable going in and being helpful, but please notify your teacher as always, and we can be able to help your teammates and your classmates, perhaps if they're going through a difficult time with another peer. The last part that I like to talk about is your future. 4 years, as you hear Mr. Bailey say, is going to go very quick. There's nothing more incredible and an amazing experience on that graduation night, which is just a wonderful, amazing time. And those years go by very, very, very quickly. So all of us here as adults, we're here to help you. There's nothing greater than to see the growth that you can have in 4 years as we send you off into whether it's a college, a university, a place of employment, a job, anywhere, wherever you're going. And so we're here to help you. So we stress, have a teachable and coachable attitude. Understand that none of us know everything. There's always something to learn, always something to improve upon, and always some place to grow. So we're going to push you. That's what caring about somebody means, is that sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable. So we're going to say at times, learn to be comfortable when you're uncomfortable. So we're going to push you in the classrooms because we want to get you ready. We want you to have the skills that you need in order to be successful for life after Liberty. And I'm sure folks in your home, your parents, your grandparents, whomever you live with, your guardian, would agree with that as we get you ready for life. So connect with us and allow us to mentor you, to teach you, and to grow you. Thank you, Hurricane Nation.
Hello, Liberty High School. My name is Mr. Terry. I'm in Student Service Center 800. This year I'll be acting as the temporary Dean of Students for letters of the alphabet F through L. Now, I want to talk to you quickly about a couple things. Number one, safety, and then number two, our attendance policy. We just want to remind everybody that safety is a priority here at Liberty High School, and mostly if you see something, say something. If you see something out of place, somebody coming in an entrance that they shouldn't be coming into, you want to make sure you report that to your teacher, to a hall monitor, or an assistant principal. We need to all do our part here to make sure Liberty High School stays safe and secure. Also, don't prop any doors. I know we have a lot of doors at Liberty High School, but we want to enter in through the main entrance, and we do not want any doors propped throughout the building. If you see one prop, tell somebody. We'll clear it and secure it. Make sure we all stay safe. Next thing I want to talk about is our attendance policy. Just a reminder how this works. This is not a change. It's going to be a little different because of our schedule this year. We're no longer on the hybrid schedule, but you want to make sure you are present. One absence in a block schedule is really like two. You're missing an hour and a half of class. So it's like you're missing two classes. So you want to make sure you're here every day. We are here 5 days a week. And I know that's a change from last year, but we plan on doing that, which makes your attendance very, very important, so that you're here every day. You get all of the information. You can have a parent note sent in, for up to your first 10 absences, but then after that, you will need a doctor's note brought in for any absences after those first 10. We also remind everybody to be on time for school. School starts at 7:30. We want you in your class at 7:30. We don't want you in the hall. We don't want you walking to class. We want you in that seat at 7:30. And when you're on time, it says to your teachers that you want to be there. All right, if your entire class is there ready to learn at 7:30, that's a great message to send to your teacher. So I think your teacher will feed off that and you will have a great class. So make sure you're on time. If you are absent, you bring a note in to your teacher or your office, and just have a great year. The final thing that I want to talk about is if you are going to be late, if you need to stay after for a class, make sure you get a pass from that teacher so that you can present it to the next class, the next teacher that you're going to. We don't want anybody rolling in 10 minutes late just saying, yeah, here I am. You got to have a pass. Make sure you have one of those yellow passes, then everything will be okay. I hope you guys have a great year. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, Hurricane Nation. I'm Mr. Trasa. I'm in Student Service Center 103 with the letters M through RI. And that's easy to remember. If you're in the medical field, people go for an MRI. So that's a good way to remember which students are in Student Service Center 103. Today I want to talk about some of the things that if students do, they can get in real serious trouble. We call them suspendable offenses. And you heard Mr. Samatolidis and Mr. Terry talk about safety and restorative practices. And we hope that students don't get to this spot. Unfortunately, I do want to inform you of what those might be if we're not following through with some of the practices that we have asked you to do here at school. So some of the suspendable offenses are disrespectful language, either towards another student or towards a staff member. If you are in possession of drugs or alcohol at school or any school event, you will be suspended from school also. And obviously fighting. We don't want students fighting here at school. We want you, again, utilizing the tools that we are giving you here with restorative practices and some of our safety initiatives that hopefully you can use those practices to resolve any issues that you have so we don't resort to any type of fighting. Also, one of the things that students should not be doing is leaving the building during the school day unless they have a doctor's appointment cleared by the office. Or they leave for dual enrollment for college courses, or they have VOTEC. Other than that, students should not be leaving the building. If you are suspended at any point in time, you will not be allowed to attend any extracurricular activities. So, school privileges. Any student who is found under the influence or in possession of any illegal substances, such as alcohol or drugs during, like I said, any school activity or during school, you will not be able to attend activities such as dances, the prom, sporting events. So they might also disqualify you from receiving any type of special awards or holding any leadership positions. So we do take this seriously. So please make sure you're following through with this. Some of the things that can unfortunately get students expelled from school or assault of a district employee, bringing a dangerous weapon or anything that looks like a dangerous weapon to school. And if you get suspended too many times, we call that a habitual offender. We don't want you getting to that spot. Hopefully, we can intervene and work with you and your family and your teachers and counselors so we're not getting there. Again, any type of physical assault in which there's serious injury can also get you expelled. And then, of course, the distribution of drugs and alcohol on school grounds. Obviously, it's illegal. It's against the law. You can't be doing it. And then I want to talk about our cafeteria. So the cafeteria, all students must report to the cafeteria during lunch, okay? Again, we talked about students being off campus. You're not allowed off campus, and that includes lunch. So please remain in the cafeteria during lunch. Also, at the end of lunch, please clean up your area. We serve close to 3,000 students here at Liberty High School, and we want to make sure that the area is clean for the next student to come down and have lunch. And we also have study hall that is there after lunch, so we want to get it cleaned up as quickly as possible for the next person to sit when they arrive. Thank you. Hurricane Nation, have a great year.
Good morning. My name is Miss Rivera, and I'm the new assistant principal for the 400s. I will be handling the alphabet from A through E. Today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about electronic devices, digital citizenship, dressing for success. Phone use in school, as far as music and texting are concerned, are permitted in the hallway and in the cafeteria. Phone conversations are prohibited in the hallways. Phone use, texting, and phone calls are strictly prohibited in class, and please use social media responsibly. When we talk about digital citizenship, please protect your own and other people's private information. Report cyber harassment. Use social media to talk with people, not about people. Respect each other's ideas, opinions, and beliefs. Communicate responsibly and kindly. Please report aggressive or dangerous online behavior. Give proper credit when using someone else's work. And understand that once you post something online, it is permanent. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about dressing for success. You're expected to dress appropriately in a school setting. Clothing with inappropriate statements that reveal stomachs and chests is excessively short are prohibited. Students wearing these items will be directed to change. Remember, school is your most important job, and you must look the part. Champions do ordinary things better than anyone else, day in and day out. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Success is uncommon, not to be enjoyed by the common person. What have you done today to be uncommon? Learn like your future depends on it, because it does. Thank you.
Hurricane Nation, I'm your athletic director, Fred Harris, and I'm here to remind you to get involved. Whether it's athletics, clubs, student activities, co-curriculars, no matter what it is, being involved helps you to be a better student. Those that are involved tend to be more organized, and they tend to enjoy their experience more here at Liberty High School. We have over 50 clubs and activities, 24 varsity sports, co-curriculars where you can go out and compete against other high schools, our band, our chorus, our theater department, all available to you here at Liberty. We encourage and urge you to get involved and find your niche, which will help you find your passion and purpose. Next week, during the day, we'll have an activity fair where you will get a chance to visit the clubs and activities and find out what may be best for you. And by and large, get involved.
We want to close by simply saying thank you, first of all, for your attention, for focusing in on this presentation. We know that this is something normally we do in the auditorium with everyone there, but obviously with the pandemic, we wanted to do it a little bit different. But please make sure you are thinking about the items presented today and utilize those to navigate Liberty High School in the most successful way possible. We are looking forward to working with you and having a wonderful school year. Thank you.